Hello, everybody. This is Kenda. I said I was going to come on at 3, but I had my time wrong as I'm working from home, and but I'm here now, and I wanted to come on and share a little bit about um about 3 things you have put off that you could actually do right now. And I know a lot of people just in general do not want to deal with this whole seeing the upside of things or being positive. Like they're like, there's nothing to be positive about. And the whole thing about it is this: it's not so much about quote unquote being serendipitous about it or whatever, or acting like it does not exist because you don't have a choice. It's not, you can't get away from it. Whether you're seeing it in the news, or or your friends, your family, everyone is sending um everyone is sending out these text messages saying that they've heard that they've heard from someone that knows someone that knows someone that knows someone that there's going to be martial law, or there's going to be an outbreak of this, or whatever. You know, it's just it's some scary times. But what are you going to do about it? What can you do about it right now? And when I say that, I'm not being sarcastic, I'm not being mean, but I'm like, what are we going to do about it? You know, other than containment, you know, a containment to ourselves, with our families, and things like that. That's the best that we can do right now. But the most important thing I keep hearing is like this quarantine, the quarantine, the quarantine. We're doing this quarantine. But rather than look at it as something negative where we're um, being forced to be in the house, or forced to not see our family and friends, which is hard. And I give much empathy to people that have children that they still are not able to get home, or there's partners that are separated. You can't see the elderly, things like that. I understand all of that. And if you guys are here, let me know that you're here, because for some reason I'm still learning how to use this technology and I cannot see the comments. But if you are here watching, can you let me know if you can hear me or not? If um, that's what I need to know. Um, if you guys can hear me. But anyway, the main thing that what we have to realize is that we are birthing a new life right now. We are in the throes of birthing. And I think a lot of us intuitively know this, but we're not ready. And anyone that has been pregnant, Edie, hey baby, listen, anyone that has been pregnant understands the idea about birthing and the pain and the anxiety of worrying about birthing. It's like, you got this baby, it's happening, it's going to happen soon, and people have even given you a due date. But at the end of the day, When it's time, it's time. And a lot of us right now are going through a birthing stage of our actual selves, our true selves. Some people like to say our new selves, but I like the term true self, because at the end of the day, um a new creature can be still deemed subject to society or subject to social constructs. So I like to say that we are having the opportunity to birth our true selves right now, and true selves being linked up to our God self and our truths. Like, what do we know is our actual truth? What are some of the things that we have not been doing that we could have been doing? What have we been using to isolate ourselves from ourselves? And I'm going to say it again, what have we been doing to isolate ourselves from ourselves? Have you really thought about that? Have you really thought about the idea that a lot of the different things that you have been doing, whether it's hanging out, nothing is wrong with socializing with people, nothing is wrong with working, doing that overtime, you know, hanging out with friends, drinking, whatever. I like to do all of those things. But what have you not been doing that you know that your spirit has been telling you to do? Is it to start a business? Hey, D Star, start a new business, end the old business, revamp a business, your health, all these different things. Like, so let me get to it. There are 3 sacred opportunities right now that we can tap into. Okay, 3. And I actually thought up some more from when I first did my post. So the number one thing is, of course, everyone's talking about they can't go out to eat, they can't go to the bars. This is an opportunity for you to, number one, save some money, because you're not going to be spending money on Hip Hop Chicken, KFC, the vegan shop that you love to go to with that wonderful vegan lasagna, those wonderful healthy green smoothie shakes that you can actually make at home. I'm not saying that we're not supposed to support our businesses, but this is the time to start. Like, are you willing to feed yourself and be aware of yourself in terms of your health and your diet right now? Like, I made myself a mango and papaya ginger and bladderwrack smoothie today that I'm sipping on. I've been sipping on all day, on and off. I made a big thing of it. And this was one of my protocols when I was battling breast cancer, amongst other different things. I got some soursop leaves. Even though I conquered it, I should still be steadfast in eating well and doing what I need to do. Have you sidestepped a lot of things that you were used to doing that you're no longer doing anymore? Have you done that? A lot of us have. Why? We don't have enough time, didn't have the energy, didn't feel like it, don't feel like it. It goes on and on. Because I've said those excuses to myself. So me not eating out, not being able to go to the restaurants. I mean, you can do carry out, but ideally, all that money that y'all spent right into the market to get food, cook at home. Cooking at home gives you the opportunity to connect with your food, put your energy into your food, get the enjoyment out of cooking and eating again. And like I said, you save money. It also, if you have family, it gives you the opportunity to maybe spend time with them. Maybe you can finally have the opportunity to teach your children how to cook a family meal. It's things like that. Or if you're single and you don't have anyone in the house with you, it's the opportunity to really enjoy your cooking. Try new recipes. Do that. The second thing, the second sacred opportunity for this quarantine is the idea that books, reading. There is a book on your Audibles list. There is a book on your shelf that you've been meaning to read, but you haven't had the opportunity to read. You got it now. The time that you would spend to go to happy hour can be spent reading a book. Or better yet, oh my gosh, writing a book. There's people here that have stories that need to be told, whether they're fiction or nonfiction. That podcast, these live videos where you could be teaching people and sharing good knowledge with people. Okay? That's opportunity number 2. Number 3, which is to me the most important, is listening to yourself, having conversations with yourself, like real conversations with yourself. Now, if you're in a house full of people or whatever, it may feel uncomfortable and impossible to do that, but you can, because this is also a lesson in learning how to create boundaries, learning how to share and be in the same spaces with people. Because this is a sacred opportunity, because you are rebirthing you right now, whether you realize or not. You are rebirthing yourself right now. Right now. And one of the things that I'm looking forward to is expanding the joy factor on more spaces. So let me ask, has anyone that's listening to me, have you picked back up an old something that you sat down? Like, there's a lot of people that have thought about, oh, well, I used to like to paint. I used to like to dance. Things like that. Have you felt like this resurgence of you coming forth, what you used to like to do? Like, for me, I'm starting to feel like I want to be seen and talk again and share. I had been feeling like I needed to hide and to be in a shell for a minute, to heal or to get myself together, or whatever the case may be. There is someone that's listening right now that is getting an inkling of their true self right now. It's like that voice is saying, hey, you remember that idea that you had about that business? Why don't we look at that business plan again? There's someone that remembers how much they used to like meditating, but they never felt they had the time to do it because they had to work. And by the time they got home, they had to cook dinner, do laundry, do housework, go to sleep, wake up and do it again. The routine of the rat race, as we know it, is over. We are creating our new normal. And it's going to be good for us. It's like, it's really, the universe is giving us a time out for ourselves. So we got so distracted. And what I want to offer you guys is the opportunity to join myself and my husband on some private Zooms where we're going to support people in this transition of birthing their new self and taking these sacred opportunities. that are coming forth. And I know a lot of people are worried about their jobs and their bills and things like that. So uh, most people are like, that sounds good and everything, but I'm not trying to. That's right, Edith. You got to get back to photography. And yes, I be seeing them sassy pictures, E. They be looking good, girl. You looking good, girl. Looking like you forever 21 and whatnot. But yeah, things like that. But a lot of us are worried about our jobs, job security, our bills, how are things going to keep going. And the idea of being at peace does not seem wise. But being at peace with your preparedness, that's the marriage that you bring into it. Be at peace with your preparedness. And that's not just about having enough food or toilet paper or sanitizer. Lord knows all y'all got enough damn toilet paper. But while y'all got all the rolls of the toilet paper, did you get your detox? Are you detoxing while you're home? Are you putting that toilet paper to good use? I mean, I'm joking, but I'm serious. Like, you got 14 days to clean out your gut, because things like cancers can grow from your digestive system if it's not cleaned out. Some people have been thought about doing intermittent fasting. What greater opportunity do you have right now than to start engaging in fasting, because you can't go buy your food. So if you want to, you got a market full of fresh fruits, vegetables, because every time I go to the market, I still see apples, I still see oranges, I still see bananas, grapes, papaya was looking good, lettuce. Intermittent fasting. You can do it now, because even if you still have to go out to work, you go to work, then you come home. What you doing? Think. Sacred opportunity to get peace in your preparedness, because all things will pass. Right now, I think it's very interesting that we're going through this while this is the season of the Passover for the Jewish faith. And for anyone that doesn't know about the Passover talks about a plague that wiped across Egypt, but there were certain houses that the plague passed when they made a sacrifice and they took the blood of the lamb that they sacrificed and drew it over their door, and the plague passed their house. Now, I'm not saying to go out and get some lamb and sacrifice and do all that stuff. What I'm saying is the peace in preparedness aspect of things. What are you energetically willing to sacrifice, which will lead you to your freedom and the promised land? Because we know after the plague passed, and the Pharaoh said, okay, I'm gonna get them out of here. I'm not trying to hold them back. So whatever conspiracy theories that we are involved in, whatever things that we think make sense to us, okay, it's 5G, it's the Illuminati, it's whoever, it's whatever. Peace and preparedness. Are you prepared mentally and emotionally to birth your new self right now? Are you taking these sacred opportunities? I gave you 3 simple ones, easy ones, with the food, which goes into communing with yourself and saving money, free time, or a better ability to manage your time. And you could do detox and fasting. And those three little things that you can do can support you in managing what may be happening next. What they gonna do next? No. What are you going to do next to fortify yourself mentally and spiritually? Because for the most part, if we get on one mental and spiritual accord, there's things like there's still congressmen and senators and the government where that we've hired by voting, if we want to go there politically, where we can demand, because our mind is right and our vibration is so clear and positive and powerful, to demand that they do what they're supposed to be doing to ensure that people will not get set out. Because there's nothing that any country in modern times can compare on how to manage this. So they don't know. They don't know. But we can tell them by telling ourselves. So by getting peace and preparedness. So anyway, if you like this video, if you would like some support with a group that's sequestered, where you can share your different thoughts and fears, you can connect with other people that may be able to give you some resources, support. And we're going to talk about the symbolism spiritually. We're going to discuss some practical things. We're going to talk about meditation and how to really boost your joy factor during this time and to raise the level so that we can maximize these sacred opportunities that are occurring right now for us. Right now. So go to my website, www.kendabell.com. Sign my email list if you have not already done so, or you can go to our website, sacredopportunities.com, and we have a email list to sign up, because we're going to start our Zooms this week, where people can come together, and we're going to do some wonderful exercises and some practices with people to support you, because there's some people that can't get to their families right now. There's some people that cannot get to their places of worship right now, or different support systems that they're used to having. And we're going to help to support that with you and help you to really see the sacred opportunity of this time. So I thank you for listening. If this was a blessing and you really enjoyed this, please share it. I would appreciate it if you do. And always remember that through this life, there are sacred opportunities around us to boost the joy factor and to raise the level. You are birthing a new you right now, and it's a blessing. Thanks for listening. Peace.